Well, and what I was looking at, and what I'm looking at, is okay. So if when you have diplomats, yeah, well, and this is for the nonprofit and for your charitable stuff. Yep. But you have to start with culture. You need to develop a culture program, and it's for teaching. Yeah, but and you have to it has to be um yeah, it'll be from kindergarten all the way up, or it could be where your children. So and also your assignments as far as anybody that's going to be at the yeah, well, it is a diplomatic mission, but we're gonna have on-site childcare there, and if any other diplomats, if they want to, we just don't want a lot of traffic in and out of that unless it is somebody that is there. Our cars, our vehicles, all that mechanics. I mean, my yeah, well, the mechanic that I have, and he'll have a crew. Nobody will touch our cars, and so. But right, we'll have those, and if you want to provide your cars to drivers, that's fine. But then y'all are responsible for that security. Makes sense. So, and that's why I was doing the garages, but I have a lifts. I don't want to take them off site. I want to everything is one thing. We have to do some outside perimeter security, and then we also have to build up around. We're gonna do an expansion, and then have within that we'll have our own market where. So if you wanted to go purchase, it doesn't matter if you need milk, groceries, whatever. We'll have that. We'll have some gaming as far as yeah. We'll have some recreational stuff. Like billiards or uh, something to that effect. We'll have a cafeteria, chef staff, the whole 9 yards. But everything pretty much will be resident there. Mr. Deason is, yeah, right now, him and, yeah, and right now and Ross Jr. Pretty much on that. It just has to do with location, what it's tied to. I know the building inside and out, and it has to do with their redundancy systems. The crew that I know, they know that building inside out, and oh, yeah. Well, we have to do some upgrades. We have to put in some security upgrades, and then that's why I said, you have your teams, have teams come in, do an assessment, have the teams right behind them, have a couple of representatives with them, and then do that because you do that 3 or 4 times. Y'all are gonna cover all the gaps, but then we're gonna do perimeters, and then we're gonna have 2 landing pads on the north side of that. Yeah, for helicopters. They're gonna do a change the traffic pattern, and we preliminary already talked to yeah, yeah, the traffic people there in that jurisdiction. Yeah, there'll be some reroutes. Not nothing too bad. I mean, nothing. It's just mainly to facilitate that you don't have traffic going this way. So they'll probably close that off to where they can't come at you. Yeah, the wall is gonna increase the perimeter, and so this is on. That is what that is. That's where you're gonna have uh, representatives from some of the major charities, and you're talking about with significant access to funding. So when you get something done, we'll do that. We'll have the facilities as far as that's concerned, and then also the technology capabilities, satcoms. We'll put in the satcoms in there. Well, and what that's going to do, and then right, and you will it will be it'll be a foreign diplomat sponsor as far as that goes. And I'm not sure if we're going to do Swiss or I don't know. It may be that, and then you have IRC. You have IRC Islamic Charities, some of the majors, UNICEF, and there's some others, but Pro Foundation. I don't know if Walton wants to come over into this or not. If they don't, that's the way I look at it. They're gonna see me in court anyway, so no, I'm taking them to court. I ain't gonna play with them anymore. They should settle. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know if Johnson family wants to. Yeah, they probably will. And no, this has to do with you have a responsibility, and then yeah. Well, and Mrs. Perot, she's already requested. They already requested office space. It's going. That's covered. Just right. And so that mission, as far as that's concerned, and that's exactly what it is. But it's like a place that you can go. You don't have to worry about like in New York. Let me explain, or New York and Washington. So if you're going to schools, you have your diplomatic security there with your kids. Right. That makes sense. So if you got this, now it isn't that we won't go. We might won't. I mean, it might be a week. They're doing homeschool self-paced. They may go to, yeah, right. They may go to the Smithsonian. Here's your project. Here's your project. Here's your project. But and another thing is going to be cultural studies. It's going to be, yeah, you'll have some artistic things, and that's what I was looking at. They have the Jason. They have the Jason project. Very similar, and that's what I was saying with Paul Allen Bill. As far as well, I mean, I mean, when you have a submersible, I mean, with camera capability, I mean, it's a little bit different than. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, you for those you got to merge those costs, and you have to, and you're looking at Discovery Channel and some of these other, you know, well, right. Well, and some of the other, uh, as far as the development, you may have it may be IMAX theater, it may be where you're doing some kind of coordination, and it may be with Space and Science Center there in Huntsville, it may be across the globe, and what y'all do. Because a lot of people don't know the kind of facilities you guys have either. Well, and that's what it is. It's a learning experience, and but you have to start this somewhere, and in order to encourage long term diplomatic, and you have certain families that they pretty much are that way, but you know your efforts aren't organized together. It's where you take it. I got this, no problem, and so but I don't have to manage that either. You know what I mean? Providing that facility is one thing. Providing the logistics, as far as hey, you need a plane, and I need 20 rips, and I need yeah, right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I need 20 agents, and then to do the diplomatic security coming in. So I need a 5 member, 10 member uh, pre team. Does that make sense? But from a logistical standpoint, it does. It frees up some resources that you don't have to have allocated. But also, our teams will know each other, and that I think long term is the way to do it. You have to begin the conversation somewhere, and then you have to continue the conversation. You can't just have the conversation and say, "Well, okay, we got this fixed now," and then go back to what you were doing. Yeah, well, and that's what they did.